What's going on, guys? Zach checking in. It is Thursday, May 28th. It has been a while, so I decided that it's time for a new video. The topic of this video is going to be, yet again, the ketogenic diet. Reason I'm making this video about the diet, again, is why I am going to leave the diet behind. To give a little background, December of last year, I weighed 280 pounds. As of today, the 28th of May, I weigh 210 pounds. And, 70 pounds from then to now, pretty substantial weight loss, which should show a little bit to the extent of the effectiveness of this diet. For those who don't know, the ketogenic diet is very high fat, low protein, low carb. To give an idea, breakfast for me would typically be 4 to 5 whole eggs, whether they be hard-boiled or scrambled, just depending on how I felt that particular day. And then bacon, whether it be turkey or regular, have a few slices of that. Dinner, lunch and dinner would be a mix of either fish, chicken, beef, whatever I felt like for the day. Ate a lot of cream cheese, a lot of peanut butter, almonds, various nuts, things like that. And the diet was really effective. However, it can be difficult, eating things like that whenever people are around you eating breads and potatoes and things like that. The reason I'm stopping the diet after much success is moving down to Texas temporarily for work with my wife. I want to be able to experience, the different cuisine down here along with her, and I feel like I've lost enough weight where I can change my diet around, start having carbohydrates, and steadily lose more weight till I get down to my goal weight of 190 and then further below, which is perfect for the fact that in 1 month exactly, I have a family reunion to go to. I've never met I've hardly met anyone from her side of the family, and I want to look as good as possible. Now, as far as the diet of who I would recommend the diet to, I would recommend it, but I also wouldn't. If you already have a strong foundation going, whether it be muscle or being having low body fat percentage and a low weight, I wouldn't recommend the diet just because you're having to change a lot about your lifestyle, and it's not going to be for that long a period of time. Like for me, for instance, I didn't have a huge foundation of muscle, but I lost some strength in some mostly compound movements. Deadlift, squat, bench press, strength went out the window. It was gone. But every other exercise, accessory work stayed relatively the same. So if you're worried about losing strength, then I also wouldn't recommend it, because I'm sure it varies person to person, but some of it will go. I would recommend the diet for people who were like me, I had a moderate foundation. I had some muscle, but not a whole lot. Or for people who have no foundation at all and who are overweight. Me doing the diet, I lost weight very quickly. I mean, it was literally every single day I got on the scale, the numbers were lower and lower and lower. For me personally, one of the drawbacks of the diet is that doing it, fiber was very hard to get. And so this might be TMI, but without fiber, your digestion is going to be all out of whack, and that's not fun for anyone, especially you. I personally, everyone is gonna do it different, but I supplemented vitamins like crazy: fish oil, multivitamin, vitamin B, C, D, calcium, glucosamine. Because your macronutrient intake is not going to be as optimum as it is if you're doing a carb diet, where things like fruits and vegetables are going to be a lot higher abundance. Now, basically, I had my vegetables for this diet were basically cucumber, spinach, and celery. That was basically it. But those were the ones that I could eat the most of without getting too many carbohydrates. Now, like I say, strength is going to go down. However, the weight is going to go down. Now, if you're thinking about doing the diet, I would really, really urge you to do your own research, because I can tell you that the diet, worked for me, but it might not work for you. You could feel You could feel, your body could feel different. For the first few days, I had the worst couple headaches of my life. I felt like I was gonna die. But then after that, my energy level rose again, and I felt like I always did. But you're doing a lot to your body that you've never done before. Your body's not used to only fats and no carbohydrates, so it's gonna take a lot of getting used to. And then, of course, you need to look up on the you know ketone levels. You need to monitor your sugar, because if you're doing low carbs, but you're still supplementing like fake sugar substitutes, your body, you're switching your body into a mode of burning fat for energy. But if your body's thinking it's going to get all the sugar, it's not going to burn the fat, and you're just going to put on more fat, and it's going to be completely useless. So that's something also to look into. And then, of course, the foods. You're very strict. You're strict, but you're also not. It sounds kind of ridiculous, but at first, it seemed like you could have you could have anything that didn't have carbs in it, but you got to keep your fat levels high in order for it to be as effective as possible. So I really urge you to do research, or not even if not even consulting a doctor, to see if that's something that you should do. If you're doing the diet and after a week or two your energy doesn't level out, or even for me at times increase, then the diet's probably not for you, and you probably shouldn't do it. And that also brings up a point of how long you should do the diet. Now, as far as micronutrition, the diet is not that optimum, because you're not getting to have the abundance of fruits primarily, and vegetables, because again, you're trying to keep the carbs as low as possible that you would normally. So there's also that to take into account. But I mean, in a nutshell, the diet for me was amazing. A very strict diet. I had I had maybe one cheat day every 3 weeks, and even then, that was food that I normally eat, but I just had more of it. So that's also something to take into account. You can't be having a cheat day every week. It doesn't work. This diet does not work like that. But I think that I summed it up the best way that I could. If anyone out there has any questions, thinking about doing the diet, you're on it now, or you just want some more information, feel free to ask. I'll answer it to the best of my abilities. Feel free to share the video if you know anyone who is looking for a new diet and they just haven't found one that works for them. This is a basically step in the complete different direction, and it might work for them. But as always, Zach checking in with you guys. Hopefully it won't be that long before I start putting out more videos, but the next video should be the first day, so tomorrow, of me having carbs back in my diet. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.